Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are at Agamor, and we have several people that want to talk to us, including Radagast the Brown up in his tower. So let's go say good morning to him. Oh, good morning, Radagast. Good morning, random person that's also doing Radagast quest. Fallen Oak.
I
Oh,
fear
okay.
there is little to be done.
This is a most terrible day for all of us. I've learned from Dannison that the swamp was corrupted long ago during the wars, and the continued corruption is the work of a creature he calls the Red Maid. I glean that this Red Maid was once one of the gentle river maidens who fell to the terrible corruption of her lands. Her hand now destroys all it touches. Alas, there is a great Huron here, Gloomleaf, that has been swayed by the Red Maid's grasp, and its hatred stirs the other Hurons. Sadly, this old and great creature must be destroyed. I am sure you will find Gloomleaf somewhere to the northwest among the other Hurons. You must put this poor creature to rest. Okay, so we gotta go find a tree and kill it.
Greetings, friend of the wild.
Good High Elf, will you stay and speak with me a moment? I would tell you a sad tale, and ask a favor of you before you go. Long ago a kinswoman dwelt by a lake in a land lush and green, where great fields of wildflowers and an ancient forest once grew. The tides of war swept through, and the waters of the lake ran red with blood. The lakelands decayed and became the red swamp, and the kinswoman the Red Maid of Agamor. It saddens me, but I do not believe that either the kinswoman or her land may be saved. But at the least some part of the land may be reclaimed. A great tree once grew there, which was called oakenbark. It is twisted and corrupted now, but if it still produces acorns, they might be used to bring new life uncorrupted to the old forest. Go to Garth Agarwen, to the east, and fetch me the seeds of the tree that is now Grimbark. Alright, so says that that one's a small fellowship, but thinking that should be easy enough.
So, it has come to this.
You have done quite well thus far. I am impressed, and I am not often impressed by a mere high elf. I find your kind often lack the sense that my little friend here possess, but you have shown a greater understanding. Wow, thanks, dude. I need you to do something which I shudder to ask. The corrupted Hurons and their shepherds, the boglarkers, must be destroyed. I can sense that there is no reclamation for these poor creatures. The Hurons and boglarkers dwell to the northwest. It is a terrible tragedy, but I see no other course that would be more merciful. I am also greatly concerned, for whatever this corruption is, it is not the work of Ivar the Bloodhand. Yes, we've already determined that it was the Red Maid's doing.
There is great evil here.
Your efforts here in Agamar are commendable, my good High Elf, but perhaps not enough. The very swamp that itself has been corrupted. By corrupted, I do not mean decayed, for that is simply the natural progression of life in such places, but rather evil has seeped into the very essence of Agamar. If you would, return to the swamp and gather the bark from the tree stumps. I must collect something of the living things that inhabit Agamor if I am to discover how Ivar corrupted the place. There are many bare stumps northwest of here. I should warn you, because of the corruption here, you should not traverse Agamor alone. Okay, so he's sending us out to do, well, a whole lot of his work. And we're going to actually remove the Slayer deed from our sidebar. There. Okay. But he is not the only one that would like to send us out there to our death. Uriak the Strong here would also like to send us out to do stuff.
I'll not be ignored.
Prove yourself fit to help rid us of the armies that are being raised here. The strange creatures, Ivar, has the power to summon evil spirits and instill them in the remains of the dead, of which the swamp is not lacking. We cannot let that happen. The evil cannot be allowed to grow in power. In the southwestern reaches of Agamor, there lie many ruins teeming with wights. Lurking in the ruins, there must be the gauntmen who command them. If you kill the gauntmen protection, the curses binding the wights might be broken. I do not know if this will succeed, but it cannot be a bad thing for creatures such as the gauntmen to be removed from the enemy's service. Okay. So he wants us to go kill some dead things.
Will you let me speak my piece?
There's a terror in the swamp, leading the dead from here. Riker remains in command of the White Army, and they are not broken, Raker. According to Radagast the Brown, he is one of Ivor's most trusted minions. Slay him, and the Whites will be without guidance. I have no doubt you will find Raker skulking in the ruins beyond the Whites' camp. Since you have proven able to slay his underlings, he will be more cautious and make you come to him. Be wary, but do not delay. The threat must be brought to an end. Alright, so more dead things.
Will you let me speak my
The threats
piece?
all about us are too great for the meager number to suppress. We require assistance in any form that it can be given. You have already been a great help to the Eglain, and I pray that you will continue your assistance. The western stretches of the poisoned land loom with creatures long dead, now stalking the ruins. It is not fear that drives this request, but an instinct to survive. These creatures must be destroyed. Enter the swamp to the north and west, and even some smaller sections of the east, and destroy the Whites who have so recently stirred back into action. Alright, so more dead things.
Stay and hear me out.
Your presence is welcome. I fear for my people's safety. The old ones you brought to our aid foray against the enemy in their efforts to find the Red Maid they speak of, but they cannot hold back the great tide alone. In the eastern reaches of Agamor, the water itself has risen up, as though it has taken a life of its own. Creatures of water, which we call gloom water, attack us with little warning. How is it possible to fight the waters of the swamp? I do not know, but I would have you try. As they swirl up from the depths, they pull with them ancient tokens of Rudar and Arthedain. Bring me these tokens as a sign of your efforts. Okay, so they must have, had a whole lot of these, whole lot of treasures just randomly buried everywhere. Here's Dannison. He's, we've talked to him before, and now we'll talk to him again. Let's see what... Okay, so his stuff is probably going to be a little bit harder. Perhaps thou hast heard whispers of the Red Maid. She was once an innocent creature, but was twisted long ago by the war which raged between Angmar and the North Kingdom. Now the very land has fallen to the Red Maid's pain. To heal that pain, we must first bring innocence and beauty to her sanctum. Before her fall, the Red Maid would use an urn to calm the water. The urn is in the west, guarded by Ivar's minions. Retrieve the urn, then travel to the southeastmost part of Agamar. There seek out a natural altar. Thou wilt know it when thou hast seen it, for the wretched Darkwater will guard it in force. Fill the urn with water from that place and return to me. Alright, so... Long have we awaited our chance to strike down the men who caused the destruction of the land. Now the time draws close where we will fulfill our duty and end this curse. We shall not end the curse and nothing else. We will seek out vengeance. We will deliver unto the descendants of our enemy who still feed hatred and sacrifice innocents to this land. Tarry not, deliver this vengeance. The hillmen are gathered again to the east and north. Strike them down, and show them that our memories are not gone, and we do not forgive their action. Now, that's a pretty serious vengeance he wants there. Thou hast freed me and my brothers, and for that we owe a debt until we have been released, or the world is righted. It was the Angmarm and the hillmen of Rudar who caused the bloodshed which corrupted the maiden. They are to blame for our curse. The time has come for retribution. My brethren to the south must be made to understand. They must be brought evidence of the evil. Go to the Redauran camp to the northeast of Agamor and gather for me the satchels which the hillmen carry. With thy help, they shall learn of the corruption. They will remember our curse. Okay, so Janison's, partially right to say that the Angmarm and the hillmen are the cause of his curse, but he is also wrong because partially it's their own fault for their inaction. Because if they had chosen to do something to start with, perhaps they would not have been in the situation they are in. And yeah, he's pretty much doing the same shit I'm doing. We are not finding too many of these red things we're looking for. Finding plenty of white, though. Where are we headed? Oh, I think it's... Hi. Yeah. Nice ruins, aren't they? I mean, creepy ruins. We probably just ran through a whole lot of blood. That's always lovely. I do believe these are the very same ruins from the instance. Yeah, because there's... Over there is where Radagast and Ivar had their little pissing contest. And then this is where Ivar escaped. So, we go through here, and start seeing some things that are elites. Let's see how many of these things we can take on at once, huh? I guess he decided I was coming out here. He might as well take advantage of the... He's like, oh shit, somebody else is out here. That makes life a lot easier. Congrats, dude, you leveled up. Good job, dude. Oh, you're fine. Okay, so... Okay. Can't move. Thank you. There's another trio. So these are hillmen. Pretty easy. Pretty fun stuff, even solo. Okay, I'll be a little honest at this point. I'm slightly lost in here. Oops. I don't know this part of Bloons Lands quite as well as other things. Oh, some Bloon waters. Of course, I don't know where the other guy has disappeared off to. Unless he poured it out of here, which is distinctly possible. But, for me, I just found some Bloom Waters and I want them. Really? Guys, thank you. Alright, so... Can we go back this way? Okay, let's watch me get lost in here. That's fine. And you... Would you be silent for a minute? I'm trying to think. So, heal up. Oh, and there was a patch update this morning. I think it was in preparation for the pre-orders of the new expansion pack, which is coming out. I'm not sure exactly when it's coming out. Okay. But Gundabad is going to... Oh, hello, excuse me. Do you mind? I was trying to talk. But Gundabad is coming out. And, of course, they have a couple different bundles that you can purchase. Because, of course, it's an MMO. They're going to have that the pre-order bundles and special bonuses depending on what tier you buy. Check that over here. I guess I was still stunning a little bit. Okay, let's do a little healing. I don't think we've even eaten anything yet. That might be useful. Especially if we're out back here. Alright. Now, got a couple of Bloom Waters over here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we were talking about the Gundabad expansion and the pre-orders for it. And there are a couple different levels of pre-order. Because of course there are. You have your standard edition, which includes the expansion, the Fate of Gundabad, the Brawler class, an additional character slot, which I actually really appreciate the fact that they're going to add an additional character slot with the standard pack. And a standard expedition supplies box, which I don't know, but I think it's just some XP boosts, which, you know, not really the most important thing in the world. But Yeah, that's pretty much what you get for the standard edition. And the standard edition is going to be $40. Now, depending on how much content there is for Gundabad, that and the fact that you do get and the character and the expansion slot, I'd say it's a pretty decent deal. And I'll be honest, it's probably going to be what I pick, because looking at the other two, I'm not really all that thrilled with the extra offerings. So we'll go over those. So, you have your collector's edition. And the collector's edition, of course, includes the content, the brawler class, additional character slot. It also includes a level boost to 130, which is one of those leveling stones that gets you leveled up. We won't discuss what I think about those things here, but yeah. Where are we? Okay. We found our way back. Good. So yeah. You get an improved expedition supply box, which again is your XP boosts. Also reputation acceleration tomes, virtue XP accelerator, and rare crafting components. Can we say pay to win much? You also get a brawler leveling gauntlet box, whatever that is, and a Gundabad toolkit. Now this thing, I'm not really all that sure I like, because if I read that correctly, that toolkit actually gives you some extra, a 10%, but moving on, you also get a cosmetic outfit. Now see, cosmetic outfits, that's cool. I like that. You get a mountain war steed appearance, also very cool. You get the title Dwarf Friend. Now, see, I don't see why they couldn't have added that to the regular. It's a title. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Not the biggest deal to have it either. So, either way, in a cosmetic pet, which sounds like some sort of a warg or a warg rider or a bad guy, because it's called Ukrash. And the cost of this collector's edition is $80. So yes, it like doubled in price between the standard edition and the collector's edition. Okay, granted, you do get some nice things, but then you get up to the ultimate fan bundle. Okay, you get content, brawler, character slot, level boost, ultimate expedition supply box, which includes XP boost, rep acceleration tomes, virtue XP accelerators, rare crafting components, 10,000 virtue XP, a large die carryall. Okay, that large die carryall is probably nice if you have that many dies. A brawler leveling gauntlet box, ultimate delving supplies, which include the Gundabad toolkit, 5 more rare crafting components, fateful toolkit, crafting tokens of esteem, a Gundabad Reclaimer cosmetic outfit and cloak, the Gundabad Reclaimer Mountain War Steed appearance, Fateful Gundabad cosmetic outfit and cloak, Fateful Gundabad Thunder Boar and War Steed appearance. Just for the record, I don't know why you want to ride a boar around. I am not riding dinner around, okay? I'm sorry. You get the title Dwarf Friend. You also get the title Doran's Champion. You get the pet Ukrash. You get the pet another cosmetic pet, which is a crystal gem. It sounds kind of cool looking, but not necessary. Equipable XP accelerator to 130. Huh? I'm sitting here talking about equipping an XP stopper, and they're giving XP accelerators? No, I get XP fast enough. Exclusive housing teleport item and a cosmetics weapon aura. That exclusive housing teleport item better show up in the store. That I might be interested in. Out of that whole stack of stuff, that's about the only thing I'm actually interested in. However, having said all that, and there's definitely a lot of stuff in the Ultimate Fan Bundle, you better be willing to open your wallet very wide, because it's $130. Standing Stone Games, I love you. I love LOTRO. I'm glad you've kept it going. Having said that, what the actual fuck? Do you think we're made of money? Did I shit a bank lately? Come on. I know you need the money to keep the game running. But this ain't it, Chief. This definitely ain't it. There's your 3 options. I will be honest, I will be going for the standard edition only. Because I don't really care about all the extras. Yeah, I groused a little bit about a title, but you know what? I don't care about the title that much. The only absolute thing I liked is something that could show up in the store later. I don't know. But, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm not paying $130 for an expansion pack. I think I've barely paid that much for all of the other expansions altogether. Oh, Ariak. I'd like to speak to you again. I think I've done a couple of your things. Well, I've done one of them.
What is this world coming to?
Knowing that you have destroyed as many of these creatures as you have gives me a moment to consider that we will once again reclaim these lands, as the Shade Danison states. You have proven again that you are an ally to the Eglain. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. Speaking of which, how are we with our Eglain rep? We are at 27,000 of 30,000. We are just a little bit less than 3,000 away from maxing out our rep here. Oh my god, that is excellent, let me tell you. Thou hast done well. With these I am sure we will discover the evidence I require. I am in thy debt once more. Ever we draw closer to absolution, this vengeance complete, another shall open, one against the foes who shackle the Red Maid in bonds of innocent blood. We shall see them end it as well, you and I. Okay. So he, of course, has more stuff for... And, of course, part of it is to right back where we were. In years long past, the Angmarim and the Hillmen of Rudar did war upon the kingdom Arthedain, my people. It was an unjust war in the cause of much needless bloodshed, but the Hillmen worshipped the Witch King of Angmar and did whatever he bade them. And so it was that they made sacrifices to him and defiled the land until the waters themselves seemed as blood. And so arose the Red Maid. We know not what she was, nor what she had been. Many even among the Hillmen fled from the creature, but many also remained and worshipped her. The Hillmen caused this creature to come into being, and our curse as well. Justice is long overdue. Destroy them, and we shall fulfill our curse. They guard Garth Agarwen, the fortress of the Red Maid in the northeast of Agamar. Now here's something interesting I just noticed. So, we know not what she was nor what she had been. Yet, In a previous quest, they said that she was originally an innocent who was corrupted by the blood of war. So you can't say you don't know what she is or was, and at the same time say you know what she is or was. Which does make me think that two or more different people worked on the stories for the quest chains. In ages past, we were cursed by Arwen Benader for our inaction as the Red Maid slipped further from the gentle creature she was to the corrupt thing she is now. See again? You can't say you don't know what she was and then say you do. Until she is redeemed or removed from the world, we are cursed to wander these swamps with no hope of rest. But we have no hope. She is too powerful, or so the men believe. I do not believe this is so. I must find a way to restore their resolve. One of the Eglain, Harthram, has gone to the place where she dwells. He goes to secure items lost as my brethren and I battled the Angmar and Hillmen of Rudar, our shields. I believe they are still held by the Hillmen who worship the Red Maid, and the brigands who have allied themselves with them. Perhaps you would seek Harthram at the outskirts of Garth Agarwen and ask him how his efforts progress. Alright, so that's more stuff out here. And that is a lot of stuff. Of course, we do still have stuff that's just basic stuff. Kill the Hurons, kill the bog lurkers, kill dead things, which we will be doing next time. All of my rants about the new expansion pack aside, I did want to discuss the future of the channel. Come Tuesday, Amazon's New World releases. I've been, let's say, participating in betas and stuff, and I do know that I intend to play it. It's not going to replace LOTRO because, well, LOTRO has been my MMO for over 11 years now. That's not going to change overnight. In fact, they pretty much have to shut down for me to stop playing it. However, I am going to be playing New World as well, and I'm going to be recording gameplay for New World as well. My thought process originally was, well, I'll just do shorter videos for both of them each day. But then I got to think about it, and it's like, that really doesn't work because, I mean, yeah, people like shorter videos, and maybe it would work. I could try it. But it does seem I tend to run around an hour on a gameplay video. And I'm not doing 2 hours of gameplay each day, plus the couple hours of editing videos that come along with that gameplay. So my other option, and I think I'm going to see how things go this week, but I think what I'm planning on doing is alternating days between Lord of the Rings Online and New World. So Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we do Lord of the Rings Online. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is New World. Each of them gets an equal airtime, equal play, so it's quite fair, and I don't get overly swamped with having to do recording and editing and processing and uploading, because I do obviously do all of this myself, and I've been, well, you know, I'm still learning as I go. I am still learning about editing videos. Hopefully I've gotten better over time, but you know, I'm still learning, and I don't need this to take up like hours and hours of my day when, you know, there are other things I need to do each day. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Depending on how this week goes, next week you may see a change in the schedule for LOTRO. And like I said, It'll alternate New World, Lord of the Rings Online. And then we'll see where it goes from there. So, having said all that, I do think we are done with some quests for the day. And we will pick up again tomorrow as we go back out into the swamps there and kill more things. But until then, bye for now.